Okay, well, hi everyone, and thank you very much for watching or listening. Liam Hartery here again with another episode of Presenting Champions. And today I'm joined by a very special guest, one of my personal favorites. This is my third interview with this man, Dean Taff. And today we're going to be talking about everything that this man has been achieving in the fight game. Now, a lot of people watching this will have seen our other interview talking about how Dean come back from suicide attempt, street fighting, all types of crazy stuff to become the person he is today, a family man, a successful fighter, and a successful trainer as well. Obviously, we talked about his background in boxing as well. Before that, I think we talked about quite a lot of cool stuff. Now, today, we're going to be focusing mainly on the fighting and the training and what's been happening since then because Dean's had several fights in 6 months. He's been a very, very busy boy. And he's also making some big waves in the training world as well. So we're going to be talking about all of that. But if anyone wants to know the background, check out those other two interviews on my podcast, Simply Inspired. But mate, yeah, like I was saying just now before, I mean, it's amazing to be catching up with you again.
Yeah,
And it's great to be back talking with you
yeah, it
again.
is. It's nice to always have our chats in it and get a word out there and help
Yeah,
others if we can. So,
absolutely, mate. I mean, it's like I said to you at the beginning. I mean, it's one of those things I wouldn't do for everybody, but I would do for the right people. And I
of
hope
course.
it helps you keep getting the word out there for what you're doing. Like I say, always a lot of mutual respect between us. I'll always support a fellow Welshman as well. So, there's,
That's
there's,
it.
there's a lot of good reasons. But yeah, all the respect in the world for you, mate. So let's get into it with some of these fights because in terms of sort of from my point of view, picking up from the last interview we did, I was there at your debut at the Bosch
Yeah.
Combat Series and everything. What a performance that was. Let's go back and just relive that one for
Yeah.
just a minute and how that all went down.
Well, as you know yourself, I was obviously nervous coming up to that fight. It's my debut. It's means so I just didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I knew mentally I could do it, obviously, but that night was just something else for me. That's what, even though it was my first bare knuckle, that was like, and I still to this day, that was the most best performance I've ever fought. Do you know what I mean? I was on top. I trained hard. I always train hard anyway, but I trained really hard for that. And I'll never forget that first fight. And big respect to Luke as well for taking it. But that was a performance of the night. That was. Do you know? What was it? 40 seconds knockout. Do you know? It was class, and do you know? My dad was proud of that night as well. He's over the moon.
Incredible performance and obviously hometown crowd.
Yeah,
Welsh Combat Series, big shout out to Rocky
big
and
out to him.
Sean. And yeah, big shout out to Rocky and Sean, the Vale
Yeah,
Sports Arena,
class
all
man.
those guys, yeah, and all the fighters as well. Obviously living in Cyprus now, it's one of the things I miss. The Welsh fighting scene, but it is what it
Yeah,
is. Anyway, so amazing performance. I mean, obviously you were a little bit nervous before it and everything, but you
yeah.
did the business. When you were actually in there, how did you feel? Because I mean, you looked sharp, man. I mean, you had no reason to worry, but did you feel as sharp as you looked, if you get what I mean?
Up until I got on the pads that night, and I never forget um, what's his name? Daniel Llewell's trainer. He came on to me and he said, "You got some skill, boy. You're gonna be good." And he said, "I'd like to keep in contact with you." And when I heard that from him, obviously, boxer tricks, he's well up there. Do you know? I respect him for that night coming on to me. I was like, yeah. Do you know, if he's coming on to me and after watching me on a pad, coming on and talking to me, then obviously I'm gonna do well. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go out and smash it, win or lose. I'm in that ring, no one else is. And what a performance! Like I said, it was unbelievable at a minute when he went down. Obviously, I don't like. Obviously, it's my game, so I'm gonna have to knock him down if anything, or win by points. But I'd preferably knock him out. But when he went down, I was just overwhelming. I was like, he's down, he's done. Do you know what I mean? And when the ref stopped there, I was like, this is it now. This is me. Do you know what I mean? I can't wait to get in the next one. But I got told not to take another one so soon. But I did.
We'll come to that now in a minute as well. But
Yeah.
just with this one as well, obviously coming from the background in like the glove boxing and all this sort of thing as an
Yeah.
amateur, something people always want to know, how painful is it with the bare fist compared to like the glove on, like a different feeling and all that type of
Yeah.
thing?
It's a different feeling. And plus, it's a lot lighter on your hands. I'm faster on the gloves and better with the gloves. to be honest with you. I'm a better boxer without the gloves than I ever have been, you know, and it's crazy to say that. But it's a lot better feeling. I don't, do you mean some people might think I'm mad for saying it, but I love the feeling. Do you know what? As soon as I get it, right, and that's what woke me up in the ring as well. I love getting it. I know it's not a right thing to do, but I love getting it. It wakes me up, gives me adrenaline. And like I said, like afterwards, I had a bit of swelling on the left arm. Obviously, that was where I hit him. But then, like the day after, my hands were back to normal. So yeah, that first fight didn't really damage my hands. Do you know what I mean? My hands were pretty strong, and still are now, to be honest with you. But yeah,
Amazing performance. Like I say, it was incredible. Obviously, as I've already said, hometown crowd.
hmm
I mean, the atmosphere was just always buzzing in there and everything on their shows. So,
yeah,
and wasn't there a bit of like back history or something with you and the guy you fought? Or yeah, there was a bit of
yeah. Well, he fought in the same charity show back. What was it? 10 years ago, I think it was. So basically, before I give glove boxing up completely, for our 10 years, he fought in the same charity show and he knocked the boy out. And I went the full 3 rounds with the other boy. Um, so there was a bit of like backlash. He was going to say to me, well, he's telling me that he's going to knock me out. And I was just, like I said, keep talking. I told him straight, keep talking. Like, but we was mates anyway. We were still mates now. But we'd always have our banter between us doing. And like I said, I mean, it's class. I mean, I'd rather have a bit of banter, like, I mean, as long as it's good, I mean, and not hatred, because I don't hate any fight, but even the boy I've just fought, on to the last 2 boys or 4, whatever it is, I don't hate any of them. Do you mean it's just a thing that it's my job? Do you know what I mean? You know, I couldn't like take hatred to any of them unless they personally don't diss my family or do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd never hate any of them unless it was really bad.
and that's fair enough, man. I mean, that's fair enough 'cause it is a sport at the end of the day, and you know,
Yeah,
it is what it is. But
yeah,
and so, but you've taken a couple of gloved ones as well, haven't you? You've had a couple of gloved ones. Now, this is the thing. Like I said to you before we started recording, I've been checking in on all your bare knuckle ones with
yeah,
YouTube Wars and BKB and it. Now, I've seen posts about the gloved ones because I've been moving and everything. I
yeah.
haven't looked at that as much. But can you tell us a little bit about how those ones were and what happened with that side of things as well, please, mate?
Yeah, well, basically, the first glove one, um, there's a story about that he dissed my uncle that's passed away, sadly. That's where I get the name Taff from, of course. So, anyway, he was dissing my uncle on the day, and I thought, you know, you can have it. And so I said, yeah, I'll take the fight. But I can't take it bare knuckle, obviously, because I had the bare knuckle coming up. So I took the fight as gloved, and I knocked him out the first 50 seconds, I think it was. And it was a body shot, clean body shot. After, like I said, the issues we had, that went straight away. That's why I took that glove fight. The second glove fight was it was the last minute decision. It was 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The weigh-ins had just been done, and they needed a fighter for him. Now me, gullible as I am, don't care, man. I said, yeah, I'll take the fight to him. Doing his boy's 97 kilo. I'm only 77, 76 at the time because I was just getting ready for the other fight. So yeah, I took our fight. It was supposed to be an expedition, but I got in the ring and they asked me doing it as a proper fight. So yeah, I'd rather it as a proper fight because then just let go on it. So I went in there. And that was the same thing again. That was like between 40 and 50 seconds with a left hook to the head and right hand. And he got dropped as well. Do you know, even though it was gloved, they dropped better than the bare knuckle boys, to be honest with you. But yeah,
That is wild. You turned into a proper Stone Cold Killer on a fight, and you, my friend. I mean, you're
it
getting them out of
seems
there.
that way, do you know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah, you get.
like I said to you before, I've got the love back in it, and that's what I lost before. Look, so now I've got that back in there. Do you know? To be honest with you, like I said, I got beat. We'll talk this later on, but it's pushed me even harder for this one now. During coming up in 11th, pushed me even harder. So you've got to have a loss to regen yourself, to
Yeah,
circulate yourself back where reality is, and you can lose. But if you do lose, it doesn't matter. You're going to get back in, and you're going to try your best again. And that's when the mentality I've got to in this game now, and I didn't have that before because I lost it all. But I've got it back.
yeah, amazing, man. Amazing wins, and it's really good to hear about that. Like I say, because I'd seen the posts about it and stuff for myself
Yeah.
personally, but good to hear the full story and everything like that. And what shows were they on, mate? The club ones, were they on like Welsh shows or were they on like?
Um, yeah, there was a local show. it was from my old coach. It was Ozzy Thomas's. What was it? It was I can't remember the name, but it was to do with that God Watts. It was on his debut for the he fought Ozzy Thomas on the same show. It was that show, and then obviously they done another one, so I took it on again on the same show. But yeah, do you know what I mean? It was a show where, like, I didn't want to be fighting on him, to be honest with you, do you know? Because obviously I could have injured myself for the more personal and obviously, you know, important fights. I'm not saying that they weren't important, because on the day you could get hurt on those days, you know? So they are important, but they weren't my proper fights.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, fair play you taking them. I mean, that's the old school mentality, the warrior
Yeah.
mentality, and all that. You know, it's take whoever wants it can have it, and all that side of things. Obviously, then the YouTube Wars one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something cool, because that's something a bit new, and you know, Christian Roberts as well.
Yeah.
Big shout out to that man. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how that went down.
That come to a draw. I dropped down to 70 kilos. You know me, Liam, right? You met me in person. For me to drop to 70, I know it's only 9 kilos off me now, but it did hurt me dropping down 9 kilos, because I wasn't used to the weight cuts no more. So I dropped down to 70 kilo, and it drained me, and I wasn't right. I weren't myself, doing. Mentally, I wasn't right again. You know, my old coach said, "Do you want to pull this fight?" I said, "You're not pulling that fight." I said, "I'm doing it." But like, I didn't lose. I come in with a draw, but I was battered. Like, I'd scarf there now for my eye. I couldn't see for 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. Obviously my other scars are there as well. It proper done me, like, but do you know, there's a lesson learned from our fight. Do you know what I mean? It makes me realise that once again, you gotta be on your top performance and ready for it. And I've just come out of another fight, haven't I? Do you know? So I took our fight so soon when I shouldn't have, to be honest with you. I'm dropping the weight like I did I dropped that 70 kilo down to 70 kilo in 3 days. So I lost 9 kilos in 3 days on a bike, sweating it out. That's not good for me, like, and I will never do that again. If I'm going to fight from now on, it's 77, 79. I'm not dropping down to anything lower than 77 again.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah, because I mean, the weight drain, I've seen it up close and personal, and it's nasty. You know, if you don't do it the right way or whatever. Or, you know, doing it. No, I'm not. You didn't do it the right way, but doing it fast like that. I mean,
it's too fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's
like, if I'd done it like 2 weeks before and took my time, 2 weeks is just about right for me. I would have lost it just by doing, you know, naturally. Just obviously wearing a bag on me or my sweatsuit. Doing, I would have done it a bit slower. But after 3 days, I was on it twice a day with a sweatsuit on, obviously the black bag and all that as well. And I killed myself. Like I said, I mean, it was bad, and I'll never do it again. No.
Well, you live and learn, though, my friend. You live and learn, and this thing is all part of the game. And your opponent, though, but he is a pit fighter, isn't he? From like Spartan, he's at like, yeah, because I mean, those guys, I've interviewed a few of those guys, and people can say what they want about it. There are some critics out there saying, you know, it's brawling and all this type of thing and whatever, but you have to be tough to be in the pit, though, man. You have to be tough, because I mean, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Did that show in his fight with you, like how tough he was from that sort of background?
He had art. That's all I'm gonna say. His skill, I wouldn't say he was skilled as in such, because all he did really was keep that jab out. And yeah, he busted his hands on me. He did, and he'll probably tell after every interview himself. He did bust his hands, and it's probably one of the best fights he's had, and will have. And well, I guess I could say it. It is gonna be a rematch because he wants it bad. But only thing is, I'm not dropping down to 70 and back my normal weight, so I'm going to be in 79 kilo in this one. So I don't think it's going to be a good outcome for his side of things this time. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being big-headed, because that's one thing I'm not. I know for a fact on my fight weight that I am now, I'm just going to walk for him, and I will. And I will show that on the show. Well, it's coming up, and that's going to be after Christmas. So once I've had my fight on 11, I'm going to have a break, recover. I'm back in after Christmas, and you can all see it.
Amazing. Well, we'll come back to that in a minute with the future. Before we do, talking about BKB as well. I mean, this is the other thing. I think it's amazing because you made
Yeah,
it from in such a short time, to like the biggest stage in the UK for bare knuckle and everything at the moment. I know obviously when BKFC comes over, that's big as well. But in
yeah,
terms of like the homegrown talent and everything, I mean, it's a massive, massive opportunity.
yeah.
So that fight, I mean, obviously didn't go the way we was hoping, and
No.
I remember looking at it being quite gutted and everything, to
I
be
was like,
honest
oh,
with you.
do
But
you know what?
you
Even
know,
now, I look back and I'm thinking, why did it? But obviously, my legs. I think it was like, do you know, you get stage fright out on that. My legs would move, Liam. So I was walking around in that ring, but obviously I bust my hand as well, didn't I? So I had to quit. And if you look back in the video, they were saying, why is he switching his stance all the time? The reason is because I bust my hand. Well, it went for there. And obviously, when I was punching my jab, I couldn't feel my hand, so it was just like a flat behind. So I obviously switched stance. I just thought it was a dead arm, do you know? But it wasn't. I actually damaged my arm. So from there, from the farm up to there, it was done. Over 2 weeks, I had to stop and do nothing. Couldn't hit the bag, couldn't shadow box. As soon as I put pressure like that, it goes. But now it's obviously fine now, do you know?
it was on the wrist, like it went in the wrist type of thing, or like
Yeah,
in, yeah.
literally where you got that there, that's where it went. So it might have been like, I think it's an airline fracture. I got told it's an airline fracture, but I got spoke to Sammy from BKB and she said afterwards, well, it sounds like the ligament in there. Doing it's a name for it. But yeah, it was nasty. Like, when I took the wrap off, and my pad, my arm, obviously my corner man, right, you cut it off, the wrap, and my arms went like that. I was like, oh no. I said, Harry, I said, go and call the doctor. I said, I broke my arm. I thought I broke it the way my arm just dropped like that. And it was painful. Do you know what? Even in like the day after, the bruising and everything, the swelling, my wrist was over. It's swollen. Um, yeah, it was painful. I've taken codeine tablets to take the pain away. Nothing would take the pain away. That's how bad it was. I broke my foot in the past. It didn't hurt. So I mean, it's worse than that break I had my foot. So obviously, I definitely did damage it seriously. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean that's one of the things about the game, though, isn't it? And funny enough,
yeah,
you said about boxing tricks earlier, but I was talking to him recently because I did his wedding out here
yeah,
in Cyprus. Jason, big respect to him as
yeah.
well. And yeah, we were talking about this with like the way people's hands sometimes land and everything, and
Yeah.
obviously it's very easy for the hand out and bend the
That's
wrist.
it. That's what happened. As I
Yeah,
hooked him, it went like that. If you
yeah.
look at the video, you probably see it on it. There's an hook it was, and that's where it went. I didn't notice until after like the week watching the videos. I was like, how did I do that? And then you can see on the video then, because that's when my hand. You can see the video now. If anybody watches it, you see where I've done it. If you know boxing, yeah,
But it's healing up now, though, isn't it? It's obviously back to.
fine. Like I said, I had a fight. Um, No, I haven't had a fight. I had the sparring like 3 weeks later, and I was fine. It didn't go. It hasn't gone since. I still feel like a little nibble in it, but it's not like it's gonna damage me. I know it ain't. But yeah, I've been strengthening it as well, like to make sure it's not gonna go again. But if it does go again, it goes. I'll still carry on fighting. There's no way I'm fighting because my hand's gone. If my hand goes, I've got the other hand, don't I? There's nothing worse than pull up a fight with my hand gone. I'm not stopping.
And obviously, as well, I mean, you're coming back to fight some other people, which we'll come to. But
Yeah.
you've basically bounced back from a loss, and I know nobody wants a loss, and it's bound to sting a bit and be, a bit
Mm.
nasty. But you said you've also learned some lessons from it as well, and I just want
Yeah.
to delve into that a little bit more as well, and find out like some of the lessons you've taken from it in terms of going again and basically doing better next time. I think is pretty much what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, one of them is going to be 100%. If I go back to BKB, which I want to, it's going to be I'm going to stay up at the night before, not travel on the day and be stuck in the van like I was, and didn't sleep. Literally had no sleep. Much didn't help. There's no excuse, by the way, for anybody's watching this. I genuinely lost. Um, then obviously there's the other one. I'm going to train harder every time and not drop down because I had those 3 wins in those last fights. Basically. My leg, obviously, I still got the problem now with my well, I can't recall it now. When you side your legs go, Splints, that's one Splints still plays up now. So I stopped running for 3 months after that first fight with him. So I didn't run. And obviously the road work for me is important. I love my road work and I had to stop that. So that was one thing. And then obviously there was issues going on in my personal life. I just didn't want to join. So I wasn't going for in the right state of mind. Obviously the weight cut from that other fight on top of that. So it took me a while to get over everything in all. To be honest with you, I think it was more the mistake mostly is I was taking the fights too fast. And as you know yourself, whoever watches this in the BKB game, you better not, you got to have a good break between these fights. And I learned that the hard way. Do you know what I mean? I took those fights, didn't give myself rest. Do you know what I mean? Even now, kind of, yeah, I've had a break, but it's not a proper break. Next time, like I said, it's going to be after Christmas after this now. So that's going to be what? 3 months maybe a break. That's not too bad, like. But end of 3 months again, I'm not doing it. That's a lesson for me. I mean, obviously I took this one on. It's a title fight. I'm not going to say no to a title fight. It's 5 rounds. Doing. I'm coming for that belt. Doing. And I'm not saying that as being a big-headed thing. I want that belt. It means something to me. My uncle's name, right? And it also means something to my boy. Do you mean like coming home with that belt to my boy? That's gonna be the biggest, do you mean achievement of my life? That is. I know myself daft. Some people don't get the fighting game, but winning those belts, that's a big thing. Do you know? As a kid looking up, I always wanted a belt. Do you know? But now it's like it's not for me no more. It is as in such, but it's more for my family. Do you know? I want it. I've never wanted this, and obviously I got it back now. I want more, if anything.
Fire in your belly. And do you think fighting on the big stage in London and everything and going from,
Yeah.
going to that level helped you with like the mental strength of like, handling the nerves and the adrenaline and like the pressure? And I mean, obviously you're a great fighter and I don't
Yeah.
mean it in any way like that, but I
No.
mean being on the big stage for the first time is daunting. Do you think now that's helped you prepare for like future
Oh
fights?
yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't think it hit me as much to it. And all day I had no nerves, nothing throughout the day. And obviously I done my pads and I walked out then. And as soon as I looked up, I was on the big screen, when I was like, oh shit, this is, oh my God, what's going on there? And then obviously the nerves kicked in. I got in the ring, fell to pieces a bit, to be honest with you. Not to the extent where I mean, it hit me bad, but yeah, the nerves did. That's another thing. Kind of let the nerves got the better of me as well. But those nerves, are something I've learned from now for the next one. If I ever fight again, I'm going to be used to those people there again now. Do you know what I mean? I might not be, but in my head, in my mindset, then I'm ready for those people this time. Do you know, I want to put them a show, and that's what I'm all about, putting a show on for my family, my friends, and I'm going to do it. Do you know what I mean? I had people there that I've never met supporting me. Do you know what I mean? And afterwards, the fight, they come up to me and are talking to me, and there's kids doing it. It's like a pleasure to meet these people as well, because they've took their time out to come on to you and speaking to you. It was nice. I'll never forget that day. That was a really great day, like for experience wise, and my family as well. Like my partner Kaylee, she was there, and it was a big hit for her to see me on a big screen. Do you know what I mean? As well as myself. So, I'd like anybody who wants to experience and wants to do it, I'd say go and do it. You can't explain it as in such, but you gotta be there in it to get the experience. You can't the experience, the feelings is, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's overwhelming. Even now, still to this time, like how long has it been since? What? When was it? 2 months ago, was it? Do you know? So like
Amazing, man. I mean, like I said to you before, I mean, everything you've overcome in your life and all this to get
Yeah,
to that level so fast.
mm,
It's incredible seeing yourself up there on the big screen. What else the
yeah.
reaction been like from like your family, obviously Kaylee, people in the community and all this type of thing to what you're
Oh,
doing now?
like the people in North Wales. Obviously, I'm not from North Wales, as you know. What I mean? The people know me from like when I was previous getting up to the fight, but it's more now of the respect they've got for me, and it's nice doing the people I don't know around there. I was in Mike Egan's show the other day, and there was a few people coming up to me, obviously seeing me from the BKB, And they were actually coaches, and they were like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Dean." I mean, shaking my hand. And I was like, "Do you know what? I'm not a crowd chaser, nothing like that, 'cause I don't look at myself as one of those top people. I never will. I'm just Dean from the estate." And do you know what? To meet those like guys that's been in the fight game longer than me, and they come up to and shake my hand, and it's nice to have a chat as well with the experienced people that's obviously got more experience than me. And I learned a lot from him myself. So I'm learning every day from doing this. Obviously training the boys now as well. Like I said, I have been for how long? 8 months now. I'm learning myself, training them. So it's cracking all around. I'm getting experience from everything.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And so you've got the fight for the title coming up now, November, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
coming up, yeah. So that's amazing. And then after Christmas, then you're gonna have a rematch with Philip. It is Philip, isn't it? Yeah, Philip
Philip
Hartley.
Hartley, yeah.
Yeah, Philip Hartley. Big shout out to him as well.
Yeah, big respect.
A rematch with him, yeah, that'll be some good opportunities there.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
remember.
it's like it's not a big like YouTube was it is growing, but to be honest with you, it's not a show I wanted to like be back on, and I'm not being arrogant by saying this, but I want to be on the top show, like contracted with like BKB, but I gotta take this fight just for my argument's sake and my head, and obviously give him the respect he wants, which he wants a rematch. I'm gonna give it to him, and yeah, I've got to be that man to say, yeah, go and take it. Win or lose, which I don't think I'll lose. But yeah, he's got his rematch. And yeah, I think it's February time, I think it is. I'm not quite sure. I'll double check on it. But I admit I'm not interested to focus on this fight tonight. But yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Well, the future is very bright. I mean, I remember when I saw you at the Welsh Combat, for
Yeah.
your debut one and everything like that. And beforehand, I remember you were nervous. You were like, oh, and afterwards you were buzzing. You were like, oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
after this I'm going to be on like the contender and I'm going to be doing this, and
Yeah.
not in any big heady way, but just in like a
No, it's an
natural way of
achievement. I
like,
wanted.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's happening. I mean, it's absolutely happening. So, amazing. So that's the community and everything. And Kaylee, she probably gets a bit nervous for you, doesn't she, when you're in there?
Just, she don't show it a lot. But yeah, that fight week, quiet. And she leaves me to it as well because she knows what I'm like. I go on like a verge. I don't talk much, even on like the days that like they're coming up to the fight. That even I get worse. But yeah, I don't talk, and she's kind of like doing the same sort of way. So I suppose it's a way of getting it out. Like, but yeah, she doesn't really speak a lot, but she does make sure I'm right. Do you know? She'll say right and she give me a coach or whatever. Do you know? As a during a partner would. But as you know, I'm a softie by heart in my relationship with my family. I'm not this hard face idiot. But yeah, there's a different side to me which people don't see as well, obviously.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, people see what it takes to get in there, and don't get me wrong, it takes you got to have absolute balls of steel to get in there, and
Yeah,
with burn up and all it. But yeah, I mean, it's outside of that. I know, like you're a family man, you're like the most down to earth, humblest person ever. So
yeah,
I get it's good to show both sides of it. On the topic of oh, my mind's gone blank now. Oh yeah, on the topic of the gym and everything like that, and what
yeah,
you're doing now, because this is the other thing I've got massive respect for with yourself, mate. Is obviously giving back to the youngsters, giving back to
yeah,
everything like that. But you've moved gyms because I know last time I think we were speaking about everything that was going on at the People's Gym, and
yeah,
Azzy, shout out to Azzy as well,
yeah.
But I know obviously you've moved away from there and you're doing
I
something else.
have, yeah.
Tell us
It's
about.
like nothing's. Do you mean it's just this personal thing I've got to do, and to succeed in what I want to get out of life with the coaching side of things. And obviously my career with the BKB, I've had to change gyms. It wasn't like intentionally looking for another gym; it just come up. Um, so I took it, but you mean the gym's improving. The boys are that's new to me, and I'm new to them. Basically, I've got extra classes on there as well, so it's not just like the mothers group that I'm doing, like the kids boxing. I'm also doing kids, the mothers, and kids. I'm doing the adults. I'm doing box fit classes as well. So there's a few things going on. Also, I'm helping with kickboxers, what you've seen from the weekend, I'm guessing. Obviously the boxing side of that, I'm there for that. Because obviously the kickboxers doing it, obviously they can learn kickboxing, but the boys training them only can learn so much. So I've stepped in with the fitness side of it, on the hand movements, because some of them they were good kickers, but they didn't have the technique with the hands. Like obviously the stuff I was spotting with them, I got in the ring and sparred with them. That's how I learned the boys doing is getting and learning to spar with them. To be honest with you, and it helps them because some boys can be told what to do and follow instructions and pick it up. Others, just like me, would like to get in and just do and learn that way. It's fair play to the two of them. There's another one there, but the other two definitely learned from that 2 weeks of me. And it's only 2 weeks I've been with those two boys. Well, three boys, but yeah, they're learning, and it's nice to see like a different combat sport as well, which obviously I'm learning from. I have been asked to give it a go, mind, but I don't think I want to kick in the legs, so nah. As for Thai boxing, I don't think it's for me. But I'll still step in and learn them if I can.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, it's an amazing thing that you're doing, passing on the knowledge and everything. Because it's the thing when you teach people about boxing and stuff, you're sort of teaching them about life as well. I mean, you're teaching them about the discipline and the respect and everything that comes with it. No matter how much they fight, like if they don't fight or if they only have a few of them, or if they go on to do loads and loads, it doesn't matter. Like the thing is, you're putting in these good principles in people, and I mean, I think this is an amazing thing to be doing with your time. Yeah, it'd be cool to see you give the kickboxing a go, mine. But I mean, it's
maybe in the future, maybe once I've done with the BKB, maybe I don't know. But at the minute, I'm stuck to the BKB, and I can't see myself taking a kick in the legs more. So, like I explained the story of Dave Cayley, funny enough, she learned kickbox. I'm not sure if I told you. She kicked me in the leg and dropped me for 20 seconds. Was it 20 minutes? I think it was, not 20 seconds. And I couldn't stand up. So as for me and kicks, I don't think I'll ever learn doing because I don't take a kick in the leg very well, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe in the future I'll give it a go. I don't know how well I'll do. I'll probably do worse than the BKB here. But I'll always give something new a go. Do you know what I mean? It's never too late to start learning new things, is it?
But this is the thing. For now, I mean, don't worry about the kicks. Your hands are what's making you.
That's the important thing right now is ease, so I'm going to carry on doing that.
So I mean, this is the thing, man. That's what's making the waves at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it in terms of updating people.
Yeah.
Give yourself a little mention on here of if anybody wants to reach out to you, find out about future fights, find out about training, we can contact you on the socials and all that.
Yeah, they can contact me on Facebook, Dean Taff Morris. My Instagram, Dean Morris BKB, and I'm on TikTok, but I don't read the messages on it, to be honest. There's so many of them. But yeah, definitely the Facebook's the main one. If you want to contact me, give me a follow or whatever you want to do, and contact me for that. If there's anything else I could do with training or advice, or if you ever a lot's feeling stuck or something, you just need a chat, yeah, contact me for that. I've had a few since I've done the interview with Mind, and I have. There's one boy reached out from YouTube, and I ended up training him, to be honest with you, which was class, and he's an older guy, but what a lovely gentleman, like doing, Yeah. And I hope he's had a break at the minute because he's been busy in work. So as obviously work comes before anything sometimes, doesn't it? But yeah, I've had some good things out of these interviews, Liam, and I respect you for giving me the chance to do our dream. Because I didn't come on here to, at first, like, weird as it sounds, to help people, and it have. Do you know what I mean? It's helped myself even more. Do you know what I mean? To, like, know my own self a lot more as well. Do you know what I mean? Find out something about yourself a bit more.
Well, you're welcome, mate. I mean, it's one of those things. I hope it helps you. And also, I'll say to our viewers as well, any sponsors and all that type of thing who want to help Dean out as well. If there's any other things, but also get in touch with him. Because he's a rising talent in the BKB scene. So yeah, any sponsors out there as well. Because obviously you're so well known in the community and everything, mate. I mean, it'll be good for people to reach out. But yeah, that's an update for now. I mean, a few more fights down the line. We'll do another.
Well, it's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just a start, isn't it? I mean, it's just the start of it. But I want to update people on, how well you've been doing and everything coming. Because it's a nice follow up from the first interview we done. where, you know, you were so open with myself and with the viewers about everything.
Yeah,
And it's a nice follow-up with that, you know. So yeah, but a few more fights down the line. Give it about the same, you know, 3, 4
definitely.
fights, whatever it is, that
If
sort of.
anything, Liam, I'm gonna give a good 6 months on from then because like I say, I'm gonna have a break after this one now and get that one in February sorted if it goes through. And then I'm gonna have a good maybe June, I'm thinking. Do you know what I mean? So you probably see me back after February and June then, which is a good break for me. I need that break. I do. Man. I might go on all day. I might come out when this once upon a time. I might come out to Esmond, but we'll see.
Hey, come over and visit me in
Yeah,
Cyprus. Come
yeah,
over,
that's what I'm
yeah.
thinking. I'm going to come out that way. Do you mean? I'm going to go Ireland for my birthday. We were speaking of this early on, funny enough. So my birthday's in May, so we can definitely go Ireland in May. There's something I always want to do is go to Ireland. Obviously my nan's mother's from over there, and I love the place. You know, they're looking at it on like see pictures, videos, and I've never been there, so I want to go there and get experience. And obviously, yeah, a nice summer holiday as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I better get fighting and earn some more money, and
Sounds good though, mate. You'll see the sights, you know, see as many sights as you can. You only live once and all that stuff. It is
yeah,
true.
yeah,
See as many
that's
places
it.
as you can. But yeah, we'll keep in touch anyway between now and then. But we'll do
Yeah,
another update. All of our viewers, keep an eye on the TAF. Big
yeah,
things are coming, and it's been great catching up with you, mate. It's been
yeah.
absolutely
And big respect to the boys that fought on the weekend. You done well, boys. Our Titans, martial arts. So keep it up, boys, if you're watching us. Big respect for you.
absolutely, yeah. Big respect to them as well. But yeah,
Love
thank you,
that.
mate. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have my dinner because it's later over
yeah.
here. It's been a
That's
long one.
fine.
But thank you so much for coming on, and I'll send you this when it's released, and we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Keep in touch, mate. I always love hearing from you.
yeah.
100%.
Brilliant. Same to you, Liam.
Top man, top man. It's been
Thank you,
good.
mate.
Good to have a
See you
catch.
later.
I'm getting all nostalgic about Wales. I have now also.
Oh yeah.
But there we are. There we are.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'll speak to you soon, and
yeah. Take
say hi
care.
to Kaylee, and I give my best wishes to them as
She's
well.
just come in for the donut. Do you want to say hello to Liam, Kale?
Hi,
She's here.
there we
But yeah, I gotta go post office now, Liam. So I'm gonna shoot Ed for a shot.
No worries. No worries.
But
All right, have a good
yeah,
one, and I'll catch up with you soon. Okay.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the Simply Inspired YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos coming soon.